Hello, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. I'm so glad you made it. I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm really excited to present my roller coaster today. Talk with you about the features. We will build a roller coaster together, and we will also talk about the pricing. Also, we will talk about the strategy that we're going for in order to make this a reality for each and every one of us. So, without further ado, I want to start now with the features. So, the chart, you should see it right now. Yeah, let's talk about the train. So, you saw the train on Instagram, of course, you saw every detail. It features 30 wheels that are made of steel with really good precision. You can see it when you just turn a little wheel. It spins really good, which means that whatever kind of layout you're building, the train can pretty much do all of it. It's not like in reality, it's a little bit less, but it's still, let's say, 90%, let's say 85-90% of reality, you know. It's super fast and it's super awesome to just look how the train flows over the track. It also has little bearings in front in the zero car, which helps the zero car to move really smooth along the rail, along the track. The operation of the train is actually really awesome. These colors that you see here and the colors that you see on my Instagram account are not the final product. I want to give this some more color. Right now this is just a gray version, but I want to give it some more color, you know, make it really awesome. And you can also elongate the train, you can make it longer or shorter. You can make it only one train. And as I said in some postings, in the future there's going to be different varieties, like different kinds of trains, which is going to be really awesome. You know, with 3D printing technology, we can afford that really good. And nowadays the technology has become so good that we can print like the smallest detail and save tens of thousands of euros in production, which is great, which makes this whole thing really affordable. Okay, so let's go on. The next thing is the lift unit. Stay on the features. The lift unit comes with, I'll show it here. I have built it right now to a specific length, but as you can see, you can actually change the angle. So you can change how high you want to build. You can make it really like steep or shallow and just play with it. Also, the lift unit has a little on-off switch and it has a speed control. So you can actually make it really slow and then make it fast, which is great. If you want to display it and you want the train to go really slow, it's really nice it's a very relaxing feeling to watch it flow, or you want it to be faster. Yeah, I think that's awesome. It also has a charging port here where you can charge the LiPo battery with a USB cable, USB mini. And it's also compatible here and here, so you can connect it with more platforms. And let's go on. The flexibility of the track and also the modular and movable aspect of the platform is really amazing, because I think what we didn't have in previous things like other brands like Knax or Lego is that they have been really rigid, you know. And I wanted to make it movable. I wanted to be flexible at all given times. For example, if I had built like a big layout and I just wanted to change the curve, I was restricted. I needed to, you know, take the things apart and put them back together. And right now, with what I have designed, is like 3 different lengths, you know. So you have 3 different lengths, and combining that makes a really cool and basic 2-dimensional it's like a two-dimensional projection of the three-dimensional track on the floor. So we can put the things together by just plugging them in and turning them, you know. So you can turn them. Show it here. You can turn them and they lock into place. So if you want it to be straight or you want it to be curved, it's no problem. It's all possible. Okay, let's see. Let's take this apart and now this is an FDM version, and because it has layers, it's not really smooth, but the final version will be really smooth. Do I have it here somewhere? Currently not. Whatever, I'm gonna show it to you later when I see it. I think we should start now with building the lift. Okay, so you can just connect it here, plug it in, and let's plug in another one. Okay, and then we're gonna choose the build height. So we can say, okay, we're gonna make it like this, and for that I designed, so these 4 sizes are actually what we need to make a really cool layout. There's nothing more we need than these 4 sizes. I really wanted to simplify the system so that we don't have to, you know, have a quadrillion pieces for building something that can actually be so simple. So let's start with just plugging them here into the platform. Yeah, it goes a little bit rigid because it is FDM, but it's not really bad. Okay, and then let's make the other ones, the bigger ones here. Okay, and the big ones, let's save them for later. Let's start with how we're gonna connect the lift unit and the elongated lift with the platform. So for that I designed something that can go under here and can actually slide along the lift, which helps for, you know, if you have like this kind of angle, you need something like here, and then when we use a support, you know, we can actually see where it would fit. It would fit here with this one, but right now, because we are at this dimension, we can see that we need something longer. So for that, and I wanted to say that you see it on my features chart, that I'm using a mathematical algorithm. And this mathematical algorithm, it allows us to have, just with 4 different lengths of tubes, it allows us to have a very nice and aesthetic roller coaster. However we are going to build a roller coaster, it's always going to work out and it's always going to look really nice with this algorithm, you know. So for this, very simple thing, this is like a little joint and it connects the pieces together, like the tubes. Sorry for my English, it's not perfect. I come from Austria, as you know, and you know my English is not like the most amazing thing, but but yeah, it's also my first live, so I'm a little bit nervous and maybe a little bit fast. But if you have any questions, let me know. Everything's good, great. All right, so let's start off. Let's see, we want to build a lift. Okay, so I connected those tubes together, and now I'm using a very simple thing, which is like the joint. You saw it, it's the little joint thing, and you just plug it in here, you connect the tubing, and you have something like this. Now this is really tall. I actually didn't want to make it so tall, so let's change it. Let's make something a little bit more shallow, shall we? And for this we're gonna use the smaller variation. I think it is these here. Yeah. Going to connect them now. Okay, and I want to be fast because we can save some time, and then we can talk about the press. Yeah, okay. Let's connect it here. Okay. Great. So I think this is actually, you know what? This is actually a little bit too shallow, is it? Yeah, it's a little bit too shallow, but you know what? I think it would be enough to build like a curve, but maybe not. Maybe I want to make it a little bit higher. So I'm just going to change it now. Connecting this little one underneath here. And I want to be fast because it takes actually quite a lot of time to build it. I think this is really nice now. Okay, let's get the tubing forward, shall we? Connect here a little tube, here a little tube, and the middle ones. And then gonna use here, like this, and more here, like this. Now it's going smooth. I think now we're in the flow, you know. All right, that's connected. So it's really cool. The sliding mechanism allows us to make quick adjustments. And if you want, you can also build the lift higher, you know. So you would just need to take this one off, connect another one, make it higher, it's no problem. In the front of the lift segments, there's a little wheel, which is also made of stainless steel, which helps to really move the chain very smoothly throughout this thing. Okay, so as you can see, this is really cool. Let's go on. Let's put these ones here in the back. Now they are moving much smoother. I don't know, this one was a little bit rigid, but it's because it's this FDM 3D printing. And I'm using screws to to screw them together, and then you can actually fix them in the place and they stop moving and everything becomes really stable, you know. So don't waste too much time. Okay. Now let's get this in here. Like this. And another one like this. So if you have any questions, my correspondent is going to help us, is going to help me. So see, it's just beautiful how this mathematical algorithm is basically helping me to build the MicroCoaster without thinking too much, and it makes it look really cool. Oops. I think this is a short one. I have so many tubes here now. I don't see any, I don't see the tube that I need. But it's just 4 different lengths of tubes that you basically need to build any kind of structure, really. And it's just awesome. I love it. I love it so much. I had this idea once when I was really at home. I was sick, I didn't feel good. Now it's falling apart a little bit. And I was thinking how am I going to fix this problem with the tubing? Because what kind of length would be ideal for a nice tubing system? And then I came across this awesome thing, and it just works perfectly. See, it took us 5 minutes or 10 minutes to build this, but I want to be fast. So let's get this going. Let's build a little curve here. Let's build a little curve. So I don't know how much you see here on the cameras. Everything great? Okay. So for the curve, we can have different angles as well. We can have very tight curves, we can have long curves, or we can have a lot of long curves, like a really big long curve. Right now I think I want to go for this angle, this kind of angle, so we're gonna snap it here, turn it, snap another one, snap another one, and you can see this is like a really cool curve, or you make it straight, or you make it really like, tight. But we're gonna go for this kind of ratio. So let's connect it here, and yeah, I think I'm gonna build it like this. Maybe we're gonna build like a little loop, so okay, let's continue building. Oh, this is awesome. I was waiting for the streams for so long. I love it so much, and this week was really intense. Yeah. Let's connect more, make a really nice long curve. And as I said, I mean, some people said like, hey, can you do the Maverick layout? Or can you do, I don't know, whatever kind of, yeah, of course you can make every kind of layout you want. I mean, this is not a launch. This is like the good old school chain lift system, But maybe, who knows, in the future, I think I want to build something like a launch system that is just as modular and compatible with the system as everything else here. So let's get this going. Okay, let's check out the track. So for this, I'm going to think about how we are going to build a little drop here. So it's going to be like this, and then it's going to drop here. Maybe a nice curve here. So for this, maybe we go up here. Yeah, like this. And then we have maybe this one. So we see a little curve here. And we can already prepare and go with this one, because I want to make it, I want to support it even more. So I'm gonna put this one here, and then maybe, yeah, we'll see. So the next thing is we're gonna use another joint, put it here, and now we're gonna start with the track. And for this I created these connectors, which have nice design. You saw it, they resemble like this realistic roller coaster, this welded steel, those construction things. Now in this design, the colors, they're like crazy. We have this yellow, we have this white, we have gray. But in the final version, I really want to make the color theme look awesome and outstanding. But for the prototype right now, the track is going to be white, and this is going to be yellow, and this is going to be gray. So don't judge it, please. So we are going to continue building. We're going to continue building. Let's see. I don't want to. Okay. Let's make it simple to save time. Could make something like this. We could make it go a little lower, like I can see it going like here, and then we're gonna make sure that, because here there's a direction, you wanna have in mind how you want to lay out the direction so that you don't have to change a lot in layer. So I want this to go down like here, and then I wanna build this like here. Okay, and next will be a smaller one, and it goes here. Maybe make it a little longer here. Then here another one. And then we're also going to continue building, because I need to know how I'm going to lay this thing up. Because I want to build something like a little barrel roll, like a little roll. But we keep it simple because of the time. Okay. And you can make it as intense as you want. You can have like supports everywhere, but I'm, for the sake of simplicity, going to keep it short, so that Okay. So I think that's a really nice layout. As you can see, I think I want to change this down here and then have a little support here, maybe like this. And now we're gonna plug one in here. Oh, and I totally forgot something. We also have these models. You saw them. And I just wanted to add them because I think it gives the whole structure more depth, it gives the whole structure more coolness. So we just connect this here. Yeah. I think this is one of the older models that's a little bit more tight to plug. Okay. So this one has more stability now. Let's start with the track. So I have a white track today. In the future they're going to be colored. Everything is going to have a nice color. You can plug the track in here. And now we'll try, and hope it works, to connect the track with the connectors. And for this I created this part which fits on here, and now it's connected. And then we want to move it and want to make sure that the track goes over here, and then we connect one here, so like this, and then we connect one here like this. And then, yeah, for the sake of this video, I'm going to keep it simple. You can really like emphasize on building a super smooth layout. You can take hours. Like when I build the big roller coaster, or I make something really look special, I take time. If I like, for this curve, if I want to, I would take like 5 hours in the extreme, just to make it look really cool, really outstanding. But for the sake of this video, we're gonna keep it short, we're gonna keep it simple. We just want to show how the system works, and then we want to go to the orders, to the pre-orders, because that's what we want. We want something. We want to build it ourselves. I get it. I love this system so much. I think about it every day. I think about what I want to build, but I have so much work with setting up this whole like business idea that it's just right now it takes so much time of my life to I don't have time to build a really fantastic layout. But in the future I'm going to build a really fantastic layout. Like I want to build so many different layouts. I want to build roller coasters in the garden, I want to build roller coasters in the kitchen, I want to build a roller coaster along the wall, because I think that's amazing. Okay, so here I'm going to use a bigger one, because why not? And yeah, I think this whole moving, you can see it here, this whole moving is just amazing. Because right now, if I want to change this track, I can just move all of it and just, if I want to change it on the go, no problem. Okay, let's continue. So, how am I going to do this in the fastest way possible? I want to go up here I want to make something like a turn. Something like this. Okay, let's see. So I will have to make something like this. Something really shallow. Zeit beachten. Don't have a lot of time, so let's get this going. How am I going to build this? I think I'm going to elongate it here. I think like this. Yeah. Hoppala. That happens. And one here, okay. Like this. And we're going to put one in here. I think we're gonna cancel this one. And we're gonna go up here. Let's just see, it goes really well. And then, let's see how this is going to work really good. Yeah, I think we can make it a little bit longer. Yeah. Like this.
Ich würde vielleicht bald mal mit den Railings anfangen oder so, weil wir sind ja schon fast bei einer halben Stunde, gell?
So we're gonna start with the railings. And let's say we're gonna start with the railings here and call it good. Okay, I'm just going to finish this part here. Das ist schon wieder so ein dickeres. That's a fat one. I want a small one. Yeah. Okay. Let's just connect it. Now this is a really long bow, but it's like a really long stall, isn't it? Anyways, let's just finish it here so that we have a little figure, and then we're gonna go onto the track, and then we're gonna let the train ride. Okay, let's go down here. Let's connect this with that. Let's connect these here. Zeit, wir haben keine Zeit mehr. So. This one. Okay. All right. Now, I know you people want to know how the pricing is going to look like, and I want to talk about that in a moment, but first, of course, we need to finish our wonderful roller coaster. Yeah, you can speculate about the price. Like, go on and speculate what you think is this going to be worth. You know, for me, it will be a lot of work. It will be really a lot of work. Like, I think I never worked so much in my life. It's going to be crazy, honestly. It's going to be really crazy. So, let's say I don't really care about the track right now. I'm just going to make this work because, you know, we need to save time. Now, this is like the really quick MicroCoaster fix, you know. But if you want to take time, if you want to make this look really awesome, then you would be like making sure that all the positions here are perfect, you know, that the banking is perfect, that the whole shape, the whole figure of the track is perfect, you know.
While you built this, we had some questions regarding the lifts.
Mm-hmm.
Can you combine different lifts together to create like hills and so, or can you extend them, and does a second extension need an extra motor?
Well, you can extend them, you can build them taller, like this. You just screw the top head onto here, this one onto here, and then you elongate the chain. You see, let me show you. This is the chain. And you're gonna slide it through here. You see? And yeah, just elongate it however you want. You can make it taller. But do you need, if you want to build like a roller coaster with 2 lifts, of course you're gonna need a second lift unit. Of course. This is so funny. I never was live and I never showed my roller coaster in like this kind of fashion. I always tried to make everything look perfect. I always tried to make everything look extremely tied up. But today it's just having fun. It's just answering questions. So whatever kind of question you have, ask me. And if you have any like maybe feedback for me, if you have like any kind of suggestions, let me know. And maybe I can already like incorporate them into my system, you know. So let's say this is actually, wait, I have to put this here so I'm faster. This is actually not so easy. It takes a lot of time. And I think when you do this a lot, like I wanna go into this more and more, and I wanna build more and more layouts, more and more roller coasters. I'm gonna be faster. I'm gonna be way faster building and also designing, and that's the same with each and every one of us, you know. The more we do something, the better we get at it, you know. We get really good. When we do it every day, we're gonna get really, really good. And I think building roller coasters, like look at the community, what we have done in 20 years. It's amazing. Like that toy, that kind of thing, it never gets boring. It's always exciting. And people come up with a lot of amazing ideas. So let's start with the rail. And for this, we're just gonna skip the part down here because I think we're not gonna have enough time to finish it. So I think we're just gonna start with the rail here and put this on carefully, and you can slide it on. It's really nice.
We have some questions for 3D file buying and printing them at themselves at home. What's the news about that?
Yeah, 3D printing at home. So of course, I know people have been asking me for a lot of time, very long, for years basically, and 1 to 2 years ago I said, yeah, I'm gonna make it like available for 3D printing. I'm gonna make it available for each and every one of us. But you know, I thought that I was a little scared, actually. I was a little scared that it's going to be too much work for me to share my files and then to make this whole like service, because I would get bombarded with questions every day. When people buy my files and they want to build a MicroCoaster themselves, I think I'm gonna get bombarded, you know, and I didn't want to go into that hustle. Instead, I want to make a roller coaster myself. I want to build it so that you can just buy it, you can unpack it, and you can start building it, you know. And whatever comes after that, if we're gonna have like things to extend, if we're gonna have like add-ons for a MicroCoaster, let's say, I mean, this whole system here can be like extended, you know, it's made to be extended. So if there's gonna be anything to extend, you know, if we have something like, I don't know, like a house, like a tunnel, like some structures, I think I'm gonna share some 3D printing files, you know. But for the most part, I want this business to go, to thrive, you know. I want this to be like for everyone, so that there's a consistency in the quality. And I have a lot of questions, like people ask me, hey, I don't have a 3D printer, I'm not really interested in getting into 3D printing. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I love the idea of producing a MicroCoaster and sharing it with the world. And it can be in different stores, and it can be available throughout, you know, the whole world in the same consistency, and people gonna see, oh, this is a MicroCoaster, you know. Oh, and this guy, he extended his MicroCoaster with his own ideas, with his own passion, with his own 3D printer. I'm talking so much.
What colors provided with shipping? Are there going to be some options?
Yes, definitely. I want this thing to be with options in the future, but the first drop is going to be one color. One color, it's gonna be basically, it's gonna be gray with white elements, some gold elements, and the train is going to be, I mean, you're gonna see it on the store tonight. Train is gonna be in a white, gold, gray, and the whole structure of the coaster is going to be gray. Gray, and in the future it's going to have colors. It's going to be maybe like this. So I think I'm gonna go and see. I think we're just gonna finish this part here, and then we're going into the cost and the shop.
So many people have been asked about the wheels. Are they being sold separately? Can the people buy them themselves? How will that work?
So the train, I will build the train myself, and I will also test drive the train.
The steel wheels.
Yeah, the steel wheels. I know, but the train, the steel wheels are not going to be sold separately. Yeah. All right. Now, you can still change the layout. You can still make adjustments without like destroying the rails. This is like the softest kind of drop I've ever made. That's funny. Okay, let's get.
Some other people have been asking what's the main difference to a coaster dynamics and the microcoasters.
The main difference between coaster dynamics and microcoasters, you know, I mean, it's not a secret. The system is mostly inspired by coaster dynamics. It's also inspired by K'NEX. I mean, the idea from Jack Rimmer about the track being like C-shaped, and you can connect it to the cross ties like that. I mean, that idea is just amazing. And of course there's a similarity, but I think the difference between coaster dynamics and my system is that I'm using a mathematical rhythm. I'm using this algorithm that helps me to shape the roller coaster in a more aesthetic way. I mean, what you see right here is very basic. It's not really like professional right now, but the platform can be moved, and the lift unit, you know, I don't want to bash coaster dynamics, but I think with the lift unit and the chain you're gonna have more fun because you can control the speed, and it has a chain lift which makes it really like solid. It works really good. Yeah, I think that's the main difference. I forget to look into the camera, but you know, guys, I'm really, really nervous. I have to say that. So let's connect this here. And yeah, I'm using like Coaster Dynamics. They had their Scorpion model, and it was amazing, and it's still amazing. But I don't have an inverted coaster. I have a Intamin coaster. Okay, let's get this on here.
Some other questions have been, are there going to be like different models, like to have like a steam train instead of the normal train, or how are you planning on providing different car models?
Yeah, within the next months of development, first of all, I gotta have to make sure that the people who order, they're gonna get their roller coaster. And after the first drop, we're gonna have more options. We're gonna have different trains. I'm going to present them. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, not every kind of train is possible. Like, I mean, I can create pretty much every train, but we have to make sure that it's also ecological. I think there's probably going to be 3 different types of trains a year. That's like realistic. The bogies won't change a lot. You know, the bogies will stay pretty much the same. If I make an inverted coaster, then I'm gonna change the bogies as well. But the main thing that's gonna change is the chassis, you know.
Another questions, what brakes will you use, magnetic or only friction? Are you even reusing brakes? What are your plans on that?
Yeah, brakes. Good question. So there's going to be a brake module, which can be like this long, or if you want to elongate it, you know. And you can actually like set the angle as well, and it's going to be friction based. So it's not going to be magnetic, because I think that's going to be too much. There's not enough space between the track and you know, the car. But it's not a bad idea. I mean, I thought about it, having magnets, because the bottom, and you don't know that, the bottom of the roller coaster, like the bottom of the train, is actually screwed together. You see that? Maybe you see it shining. It's actually screwed together, which gives the train more weight. And if you want to change the chassis, then you can just unscrew it and screw something else on top of that. So we're gonna put it now on. Now I didn't finish this because I think I want to get to the bigger topic now. I know everyone who wants to build a roller coaster, they're like, can't wait to start building my roller coaster. I can't wait to build my own layout, and you know, I'm going to give you a lot of inspiration, but I think the community is really what drives this whole project. Okay, let's start it. Yeah, so it could actually go and do a little loop here. Yeah, it's smooth. It's really smooth. It works well. Even though this is 3D printed, this is amazing. Like, the quality is beautiful. It rolls really good, and I think over time it even gets better. I don't know why, but over time the trains actually get better. Yeah, so it could do this part very, very simply, but because it's gonna take me like another 20 to 30 minutes to finish this, I think we should go into the questions, if we have some.
Good. People are loving it so far.
Yeah?
They say it's very smooth, so
yeah,
big love on that, on the smoothness of the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, this prototype that you see here is not made with the kind of 3D printer I want to build it, you know. This is made with Prusa, this is made with Lego, this is, it is what it is. It's not the best quality, but with the Formlabs Fuse 1, I think, or I tested it, the quality is just beautiful. It's just beautiful, and you can actually color the parts, you can make them really smooth, and they're so rigid, they're so robust. They're gonna last for ages. It's really like worth going into that investment. All right, guys. So if you want to get the MicroCoaster, we need your commitment. I need your commitment. This is the plan. You get for 100 euros, you get a voucher, and with this voucher, I know that you want to order a MicroCoaster in the future. Now, with this voucher, you get the initial price for this roller coaster, for the big one with a lot of parts, is 690 euros. And when you order the voucher now, it's going to be 590 for you. And I need the voucher because we will go to the bank, we will buy the equipment. It's gonna cost me 60,000 euros. So the commitment basically makes this project possible, you know, and I'm really trying to get this out to you. You know, you pay 100 euros now, and in the 1st of July you are able to order a MicroCoaster, because then I will be set up, I will have the printer, I will have my workspace, I will be able to go into production. It's gonna take me 3 months to go into the production. So from 1st of August I'll be able to send out the first 20 roller coasters. And it's like this principle, you buy a voucher now. I know that there will be like 50 to 100 people who want to get a MicroCoaster. Then I will get the 3D printer, and then I can start with the production. And you're gonna get, you know, you have time to save money as well. Like in 3 months you're gonna have some time saving money, and the voucher is going to reduce the price, of course, because you already invested. And this is how it's going to work. Why this approach? Yeah, because it's your commitment. It secures us that we know, okay, we can really invest into a MicroCoaster, into the production line. We can make sure everyone is happy. We're gonna open up the shop tonight, really soon. Let's talk about delivery. As I said, it's starting 1st of August, and the pre-order is going to start 1st of July. And with the voucher, this whole thing gets started, you know. And the shipping to Europe is cheaper than the shipping to Great Britain. So anything that is like more far away from Austria is going to be more expensive. America is going to be between 50 and 60 euros. And other countries, like really far away countries, could be even 70 euros to 80 euros. As I said, I will be able to make 20 kits a month. You know, everyone who invests into the commitment, they will be notified about the whole process. I will have complete transparency.
Is it possible to buy multiple vouchers?
Sure, it's no problem.
What will be included into the set? Of course, everything, I guess.
You will see that on the shop site. I will have a listing of all the parts that are included.
You mentioned that there was going to be a bigger version.
Yeah.
So, when is this to be expected? Yeah.
So, there's going to be a really large coaster, and of course the price drops as well on the big coasters. There's going to be a small coaster like this, and there's going to be a middle-sized coaster. But for the first drop, there's only going to be one size. It's the size you see in the trailer, so the big coaster. But I can make a really big coaster too, you know. And you can always extend your model with extension kits. That's no problem for me. I will have extension kits for the lift, you know, so you can elongate it. I will have extension kits for the platform and the track. Currently, for 690 euros, you will get 19 feet of track, which is about 6 meters of track, 5 to 6 meters of track. Yeah.
If the people purchase the voucher, will they be charged for the whole kit whenever the coaster is ready, or how will you handle the remaining 500 charge?
The voucher is a discount from the actual price of 690, so it will be 590 for everyone who bought the voucher. And the voucher is also a you know, if you buy the voucher now, it is like for me the commitment that I will go into production.
No, but when will the people be charged for the remaining amount of money?
On the pre-order.
Yeah.
On 1st of July.
Uh-huh.
So on 1st of July you pre-order the roller coaster, and then I know, okay, I can start production, I can deliver.
But when will the people be charged for the remaining 590 euros? The people buy the voucher now, and then they pay the other money later on.
So the people buy the voucher now, and with the voucher you can still decide if you want to buy the roller coaster on 1st of July or later.
Yeah, people are loving it really so far. A lot of people already answering they love the commitment, they're in it for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
And yeah, I think we should just post the domain.
Yeah.
Here's the shop domain.
You know, there will be complete transparency. I will, you know, everyone who commits himself will be notified through the email about all the processes that are in the background. You will also be able to say your ideas, give me some feedback. It will be on a very personal basis, so I will know every one of you who orders it, and you will have direct access to speak with me, and so that there's 100% trust, because I make this out of passion, you know, and I want this to be amazing. I want this really to be amazing, but you know, I'm beginning a business. I'm not really experienced with that, so yeah.
Will there be just a limit of 100 vouchers, or will there be more?
There will be a limit of 100 vouchers because I'm scared of having too much in production. I want to make sure that everything is great. I want to make sure that everyone is happy, and if there's going to be too much, then I would be like there would be too much risk.
Somebody's asking about the launch coaster. If they want, would they be able to use their own motors or drills for a launch?
Yeah. Of course. I mean, if you're into 3D printing, if you're into engineering, you can extend this kit yourself. You know, it's always fun to have something and then extend it, because printing this roller coaster, or the roller coaster you saw in the trailer, takes about 1.5 weeks, 1.5 months, up to 2 months of just printing. It's crazy. I'm really excited that this came together, and yeah, with the support of you guys, we will make this a reality. We will, we will influence the model roller coaster community, and we will make a lot of crazy models, a lot of crazy layouts, a lot of crazy different trains, inspired by realistic trains. Thank you so much for going with me through this journey, and I see each and everyone who is committing themselves to the voucher, and it's gonna be a great journey.